Her life. Yes, yes.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, people? What's up, people?
Hey.
How you doing?
Holla if you're out there.
Holla, holla.
Talk to Tingz Thursdays, episode number 9. Thank you so much for rocking with us all the way to episode 9.
Episode 9. One more, we made it. You know what I'm saying?
Digits.
So thank you, everybody, for coming to the circle. This is your boy, Big J. Got Tanika K over here.
TK in the house.
And Lisa Thompson, keeping it light tonight, keeping it nice and small,
Hey, thanks for coming out. What's up, Week 9 and feeling fine. You bet. Fine like Orla.
What up, Orla?
Miss you, mama.
Yeah, we need some of the Irish, wildflower.
All the firecrackers.
Yeah, the firecracker.
Where's the firecracker tonight?
Yeah.
So what's up, guys? Welcome again to Talk to Tingz, episode number 9. Just want to thank you so much for coming through again with us. And wow, what a week it's been, y'all. Like, this has been a crazy energy week for many. If you're new to the circle, just want to welcome you. My name is TK. This is Big J and Lisa. As you know, you're part of your admin team. And we just want to quickly recap some of the events that took place in the circle this week, some of the topics that were suggested for us to cover. I also want to stress, if you have a topic that you would like us to cover, you know where our DMs are. Don't be shy. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, we want to hear from everybody.
So thanks again for tuning in.
2 quick things. In the background, we're taking in circle member Don Baba Escobar.
Yeah.
This is track Reminisce. Track's dope. I love the message. If you want to hear your music featured next week, send it in. We'll take a listen. We'll be able to feature at least how many?
Let's try 2. One on the intro, one on the outro.
We'll be able to feature at least 2 members a week.
Yeah, I need some music in here, liven up the thing,
And don't worry, the proper speaker settings are coming. I misplaced my charger, but we're doing set it up now.
Everything takes time.
Thank you so much to all the foundation members.
We're
growing.
We're growing slowly.
And we appreciate your patience and what Aura was saying. Okay.
Said,
yes. So guys, another item that Lisa wanted to introduce tonight as an option for you so that we can become more interactive.
We want to hear from you.
Live.
That means if there's something that you want to contribute to a topic, send me a DM and we will play your message. The only thing is you have to stay within the 1 minute time limit for your voice note. So I'm not going to read your message out. I want you to send me a voice note. That way you can get the most, and it's in your intonation. I don't want to mess up your message. Send me a voice note and I will play your voice note so that we can all talk about your insight or listen to your insight.
For real. Because have you ever noticed, like, when you hear somebody in person versus when you look at their avatar, you're like, yo, oh my God, I so thought this girl was a mean girl. But now that I hear her voice, like, I can hear how real she's really being. I hear her energy. Yeah. So guys, this is just, a quick way for us to hear from you and interact with you.
Wagwan Chris, Wagwan Moose.
Yep. Comment.
Hanan, big
up yourself. Yeah. Say what up, people. If you're there, say what up.
Here, drop a 1.
Drop a 1.
Watching live.
You're watching the replay later, drop a 2. We want to hear from you. You know what I mean? You're like family. So let's just talk the things.
Talk the things.
So what's first?
Let's see. So tonight we're going to start off with a topic that was just fresh.
Yeah.
This is today's topic. And today's topic was, one of these topics was, if you are, and the specific wording was involved, and you're approached by someone and offered their number, and you take their number, is that cheating?
Hold on, say that one more time.
If you're involved, I'm not reading it word for word, but the key word was involved, and I noticed that a few people took pause at that wording. Is if you're involved with somebody and somebody comes up to you and they're offering you their number.
Okay.
And you're dealing with something.
Okay.
And if you take their number and keep it in your phone. Okay, I think a piece of it was, and you tell them you have a man, Lisa, was that something was up?
Well, I don't even know. I'm going to look for the post.
Please do.
I just remember that
if you
like
take
it's
their number,
clear that you're in a relationship.
Yes.
Okay, so it's clear.
Right?
Okay.
Or your attention is focused in one place because the word was involved. Is it cheating if you take the person's number? And what a variety, what a cornucopia of responses we had. We had so many different responses. Y'all, I love y'all, okay?
Well, you know what? Honestly,
I mean,
hold on, we got to, yo, there's enough people coming in.
Comments. This is
Cassandra, we see you. Lee, what up? You know what I'm saying? I hope you didn't eat no
Macy,
firecracker
big up
pasta. Macy, big up yourself. Deandra, big up yourself. Yeah, everybody gonna come in and log in. Yeah, where's Shelly?
Let us know you're here, y'all. Like, we want to shout you out and give you some love.
Yeah, all right, but hold on.
Tanika Jarrett, are you here? Because this is your topic.
Yeah, Tanika Jarrett, report to the circle right now. Your topic about giving your number to somebody you clearly know has somebody. Is that cheating? And you take it.
Block Hugger was in that.
Oh yeah, Block Hugger was all up.
Block Hugger was all up over it.
Was Young Boy in it?
Pick up yourself, Block.
You were Young Boy? No Jamal?
Not this time.
Not that one yet.
Hold on. So honestly, me as a man, I don't know. She comes to me. I don't know her from nothing, or I know her already.
No matter.
For me, it depends too.
If your wife.
If I don't know her from nothing, and she's coming up to me, approaching me that way, you know, with a little smile and, you know, and I come and I talk, and she give me the number, and I take it and I hold it. Yo, that's kind of cheating still, because I have the intention to hold on to the number. But
that word was brought up. Lisa got the verbatim. But Lisa have the word.
If I know her,
and
she give me the number, I'm not. I said to know her.
So this is how the post went. You've been approached by someone who's expressed interest in you. You find them attractive, but decline because you're already involved.
You find them attractive. Sorry.
The person asks, well, take my number just in case things don't go as planned. You enter the number in your phone. Is that cheating?
Well,
what do you think? You know what it is? If it kind of is, if you take it and you don't know the person from nothing, it's just a new stranger on the road. Hey, what's up? At the bus stop, you're having a good combo and a number exchange. So, because
it depends on what you're talking about. But it says you find the person attractive. Lisa, you first, my dear.
So this is the comment that Block Hugger had in response to that. Alicia, I see you, Mama Silken. Big up. So is dancing with a girl that is so perfect cheating? How about looking at pom pom and breasts online? Liking a pic, is that cheating? How about being friends on social media networking? Most of y'all are broken and need fixing. Relationships are built off trust. Y'all are adding and subtracting to prove your points. Taking a number doesn't constitute cheating on any level. If you take a number with intent to cheat, it still isn't cheating until the act happens.
But you know what, she's right. You gotta have trust in the relationship. You know what? You gotta have trust, because you know, say I met you two guys. It's not. No, it's not. Listen to my logic. Listen to my logic.
No, it's not you. It's the comment. It's the comment. It's not you. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed. What I think is right here.
Can I just? Do you mind? I'll make it quick.
No, let me finish. No.
I'm gonna try and control my face.
We'll just go counterclockwise tonight.
So listen.
Don't control your face.
My logic is, like, if I met you guys on the street,
right,
and we're just kicking, you know, so you can have them vibes. You know, you feel nice on top. That's
but me chatting up all the time. What's wrong with that? But I can talk to a homeless man and make him know, say, "Ooh, I just am talking to you, and there's no interest." It says you're attracted to.
But you have to be mature to recognize that there's no interest. I can take your number and know there's no interest. But the situation says you're attracted to the person. No, but there's an interest on the next level. Say I want to talk to you about, you know, different, like.
But it says you're attracted to the person. Keyword. Attracted to the person.
Oh, if you're attracted, I'm attracted.
If you're attracted to the person who's approaching you,
other keywords in this. Who else saw the other keywords in this post? Take my number in case it doesn't go
as planned.
What is that?
Can I go quick? Because I'm
go. Yes, please.
Yes. All right. So the things that stuck out to me. Okay. So you're attracted to this person. From this simple time you feel that chemistry is overriding your logic, that's a time for your date to come up and start saying, okay, you have to know your triggers as a person. And if you're attracted to this person and they're spitting fucking mad game, right off the bat, you have to take your feelings out of it. You have to just put up the wall, and you have to start thinking logically. So for one, that's the one thing that stood out to me. Just in case things don't go as planned, this person knows you're attracted, and that's why they're spitting that fucking game to you, because they're reading the chemistry. And they know that. They wouldn't have said that if they didn't feel they could have said that. And a lot of times it's not what you say, it's just a fucking energy thing. They can read that. So right off the bat, if they're saying that to you, they're giving you another chance to say no. They're telling you that they know that they're reading from you something that you aren't even really trying to put off, but you're putting it up. Right off the bat, I feel like the word premeditated bun came up, and I'll keep it real short because I like I said I would. But to me, what defines cheating is if it breaks your trust. Coming back to Block Hugga's comment, y'all be in your feelings, trust is trust, and trust is real. If you have trust, y'all are good. But you guys as a couple have to sit down and define what trust is. And to me, if whatever action it is something that you know would hurt your partner, or you couldn't come and openly tell your partner, then according to y'all, that's breaching y'all's trust. If it breaches y'all boundary of trust, to me, then that's cheating on what you all have established is your safety net as trust. And with that, I might come back to it, but Lisa, I saw the facial expressions.
Go, Lisa.
And it is one of my greatest hobbies is seeing if what I'm thinking the facial expressions mean.
Lisa, so if you're attracted,
it's actually what they mean.
I want to read the comments from the thread.
Okay, read some
comments. I don't know how many people saw the thread. The thread is like mad interesting.
I learned
Ian, hey, how are you? Sandra, how are you?
We see everybody. Don't worry.
Thanks for coming out, Tamika. Thank you.
Who was it that said premeditated bun? Was it Jay?
I think it was Tamika.
It's mens rea. You have it in your mind. That's my opinion. If you know from off the bat that you're attracted to this person, they have identified to you that they see that you're attracted to them and they're still trying to slide that shit, yo. That's like, if you know that your partner, if you wouldn't want your partner in that situation acting that way, and y'all have established what y'all boundary is for trust,
okay,
it's cheating on what you guys have defined.
Yes, so it's based on the specific relationship.
Because of course, if you're in an open relationship, it no matter.
Not open, but listen.
But didn't we cover? That's what I'm saying. So it depends on your situation.
You could be mature. Man and woman attract. Unless man and woman attract. You can't stop it. It's a natural law. But you can be friends with them. You just gotta be mature about that attraction.
But I've had men who are attracted to me and say, "Yo, I'm attracted to you, but I respect your relationship, and I'm not going to try to disrespect that." And I've also had men who are attracted to me and said, "Yo, man, if that don't work out, same thing."
Yeah, that's
so it's up to you to shut it down. So
here's some of the comments from the thread. So there was a comment from the thread saying that they would feel badly rejecting the person's phone number, which I think a lot of women have that kind of softness about them, I guess, where they might feel, I don't plan to use the phone number, but just to kind of dead the issue and, be respectable, I'm going to take your number.
You can be respectable and still.
I agree. And then Deandra made a comment saying, and I agree with her, that the example of orchestrating a theft isn't the same, because Block Hugga said it's like if you're stealing something from a store, you don't actually get arrested until you leave the store.
That's true.
Because you haven't actually committed the theft until you leave the store. So what she's saying, it isn't the same. Because cheating carries way more responsibility than theft because of everything involved. Respect and loyalty come into play, which also impacts how you project the image of your relationship and your partner. And what I'm saying is,
that's real.
I don't think it's cheating. But one thing it is that nobody can deny is it's disrespect. And I don't care if your partner knows, because I have open communication with anybody that I'm talking to. I'm not going to give my phone number to anybody. And nobody can pressure me into feel like I need to take their phone number. That's just me.
You know how to communicate.
I view it personally as disrespect. I'm not saying anybody else's view on it is wrong. This is just me. Because what I'm saying is, I have the power to either say no or leave. Nobody's going to pin me down and be like, take my number. If I don't want your number, I'm not taking your number. It just goes up. Like, it's not about having your feelings hurt. My relationship is hurt if you disrespect my relationship. But if it doesn't go as planned, you run up with if it doesn't go as planned. If it doesn't go as planned, guess what? If it's meant to circle back, I'll see you on the flip side.
That's my whole thing. When the person tells you that if it doesn't go as planned, People don't tell you what they know they can't tell you. Okay, what do we have a little saying? Duck we know, move for frightened.
Yes.
So what I feel like is that person has now read the chemistry.
For sure.
Right? Because you found them attractive. That little millisecond flicker in your eye, okay? They've read that. It doesn't, that's energy. That's beyond this. This don't take nothing for this to pick up. This don't have to pick it up. This pick it up. This pick it up. Okay? So right off the bat, they've read that. So it's up to you to either dead it or can let it continue, which is the term that Tamika brought up, which is premeditated bond. If I sit down and I plan out how I'm going to kill Champas and I mark out the chalk line, even if I don't fucking kill him, it's mens rea. In my mind, I've killed him. All right, so here's the thing. I know what you're saying was not cheating. I agree that it's not cheating in terms of it's not adultery yet.
Okay, so
is it planting the seed? You do have emotion.
I have no emotion attached to taking the phone number.
Wait though, if you've taken the number, according to the situation, emotion is energy in motion.
Hold on.
You've already put your energy in motion. He's put his energy in motion. You guys have exchanged contact information.
Right.
There's emotion.
It's dead energy if you plan to not use it.
But if you plan to not use it, why are you taking it?
That's
what I'm saying. So off the bat, this is premeditated bun.
Yeah.
So whether you bun or don't, you know how many people I've stomped in my head and I haven't acted it out, but I've stomped them and then my energy is shifted because I know I've thought that way about a person. I have to go cleanse my aura. Whether I've beat their ass or not, whether I've dragged them or not, it still affected my body. You don't think your partner can pick up when you're meditating somebody else?
I think
that's a whole other story.
I think it has to be with the vibes thing, man, because it is cheating, but it's not. Yo, if you're sitting with
more people joined us since I made this announcement. Yeah, we want to hear from you.
No, they're talking. If
you want your message heard, send me a DM.
Yeah.
Send no more than a 1 minute DM. Because all respect due, I am not going to play part 2.
Yeah. If you have a comment, send a voice note.
Send me a voice note right now. And I'll put your voice note before we move on to the next topic.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
But listen, so with the attraction, it depends what you're talking about. If you meet the girl, you come in, or a guy, whatever, you're talking, and then hold on. You turned me off.
Let me rub it out. Coffee talk.
Listen, you meet the girl, now you're attraction, you talk about, fucking this and that and sexual innuendos, and then you take the number. Yeah, I cheated. But if you meet her, you're talking about vibes and the world and this and that, and she could possibly help with something. You know what I mean? Got to do the context, and then eventually. Yeah. You take the number because maybe I want to talk to her about this again, a specific thing. Nothing's wrong with
I hear that. Yeah, I do receive a lot of inboxes on my life coaching and on my other ventures, my social retail marketing. I get a lot of inboxes on that. I make sure to maintain, if I see the conversation steering off of anything other than my professional endeavors, I make sure to steer that shit back on there. And enough people that come to me respecting what I have in my relationship and coming to me on a next spiritual enlightenment, personal development, all those levels, and I vibe with them on that level, but they demonstrate respect. A lot of them have tried to push the envelope, but I just make them know that the lane is only yay small. And I feel like I've found a few people who've responded well to that, and then it just stays on track and the train just keeps driving in the direction of personal development. So I hear you on that whole depends on the context.
It depends on the context.
I think it depends on that.
Like I said, imagine if I met you guys. You know what I mean?
It would have to be work related though.
Yeah,
there would have to be.
It could be.
No, if I saw you guys on the bus stop and we're talking, we're gonna talk how we're talking right now, and that's a good vibe.
That's the thing. I can talk to anybody. Like I can talk to a hobo. Yeah. But at the end of the day, the key words in this scenario are you're attracted to them, and they said just in case what you're in doesn't go as planned.
Hold on.
So this is different.
That's a good point.
That's in common.
Gray Sky said, there's some mad people out there, which is true.
There really are.
Because they come and they look nice, they look perfect, and then you talk to them, it's like, whoa.
And I want to challenge the word mad. I mean, like, there are some people who have departed from their own sense of self. Okay?
Sorry.
Because mad is, I can go mad. I've done it. I've gone mad. And I feel like mad means when you detach from yourself, and you're not even in yourself, you're like in one corner watching yourself from a little corner in a room, just go on a tangent. Okay. There's a lot of people who aren't grounded in themselves, and some of the things that they're saying, they don't even realize they're talking out their neck. They're not even present. Like when I talk out my neck, I know I'm talking out my neck. I want you to know I'm talking out my neck. But there's some people who aren't aware. So I want to just say that there are those people that are just out there talking out their neck and aren't even realizing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I hear what you're saying about the word mad, but I just want to reframe that. Because when they're saying those things to you who's grounded, it sounds like they're left field. But then from where they're coming from, they think they're just being authentic.
Perspective.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So can we just keep that in mind?
I didn't hear anybody.
Voice notes?
No voice notes.
My children are coughing, guys. I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
Godson, don't worry.
Voice note first. Voice note caller.
You got one?
No, not yet. Who's gonna be our first one? I want to switch topics.
Before you move on.
I want to get some audience comments, and then we're gonna switch topics if I don't get a voice note. That's for sometime. Maybe next topic.
Next topic?
No. Maybe the next topic we'll get a voice note.
Oh, there's not much. People just go walk on people. There's Danielle came in. Danielle, big up. Godson there.
Godson.
Trisha, the one.
Trisha, you're awake.
Tasha Mack.
Tasha Mack, big up.
Mr. Chiney Harley.
See him.
Who else is all up in there? I said Cindy already. I saw Cindy.
Yeah, man. Cindy, big up.
Moose, obviously. It's different though. It's different though. Like what she was saying is different. For me and my wife, we have trust without question.
That's
so,
important.
Huh?
That's important.
Yeah, it is, because I could talk to a female and don't feel no way.
And the thing is, like, how would you feel if the shoe was on the other foot?
That's the thing though. Yeah, people get upset when they think about, like, man, I shouldn't do this because if my other person was doing this, it wouldn't be right. Right. But their view could be skewed from mine.
Right. I'm a very confident person in that I bring what I bring. And I can't bring any more, and I won't bring any less. I'm gonna go into any situation 100%. Because every relationship, fuck what you heard, if it's 50-50, it's not. Every relationship is 100-100.
100-100?
100-100. How am I gonna bring half of my effort to a relationship?
Some people do.
That's bullshit. Those relationships can't work.
No, they don't work, but it's saying it happens.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. 50-50 is bullshit. I bring 100% of me. You know, so it's like I want that kind of genuine trust, and I expect my partner to give me 100% of that. We're gonna put effort into making this thing work together. So it's like, if he were to take a number, I'd be okay. I'd be like, all right, why'd you do that? I want to hear the story.
Why'd you do that?
Give me some context. Let me understand what's going on.
Where's she from? What's her Instagram tag? Snapchat? You want?
Don't just be like, I got this number. Tell me the whole story, because I want to laugh too. Because it's obviously a joke, right?
You want a full, right? You girls love investigating.
Yeah, don't make me find out on my own. One thing I don't like in a relationship is finding out on my own.
That's true.
I say it to my kids too. Yeah. If you do something, tell me. Tell me.
Yo, people, just don't lie. Just you know what? Even if the truth is like the worst truth that you could possibly think, it's not. And you just talk, and things will work out.
I have Wu-Tang playing in my head when people lie to me. It's like I got psycho killer. No, I'm a bitch. Like, don't lie to me.
Something I heard you say up there about tell me the story and could it go on. Sorry, y'all. Children duties. Are we still on that?
Yeah, the children.
Oh, we're getting ready to bounce over.
I just have one finishing comment is, if you can't tell your partner that the person said, just in case it doesn't work as planned, you shouldn't be taking that nowhere. Because if your partner is not comfortable with hearing those words, just in case it doesn't go as planned, and knowing that you heard those words and you still took it, shouldn't be able to take that nowhere.
Are you going to tell the whole story, or are you going to tell half the story? Because a half truth is a lie by omission.
This is it. So if you can't tell your partner that the person said, you told them I'm involved, and they said just in case it don't work out, you still said and you can't tell your partner that?
No, you guys, Tamika Jarrett. I was talking about you. There's no other Tamika. I was talking about you, Tamika Jarrett.
Oh.
Ma'am, sorry, I'm just seeing your comment. There was a delay. My apologies.
Voice notes?
I didn't see any yet, so we're gonna move on to another topic. There was another hot topic this week. Thank you, Malika, for making this post.
Malika, this is all you know.
The responses were very
problems. Why causing problems, Malika?
The responses were very interesting in terms of what people view as correct for violence against women. So let's hear the topic.
Are we on the whole Tim Hortons one?
The gas station.
Gas station.
Gas station post.
Whoa, gas station. And can we just say, let's put this in context in Brampton.
Brampton.
A lot of the comments that came up surrounding this scenario where this is common in the culture in this area. So we had some sort of road rage situation that sprouted up whereby we saw two men come out of the vehicle, and from the recorder's point of view, the two men were moving toward the woman. From the recorder's point of view, you didn't see the woman coming toward the man. She had her back to her vehicle. Was she railing and guaning? Yes, she was, but she didn't left from where she was. Am I correct?
She didn't.
No.
She stayed right there where she was at her car.
Yeah.
They left from their car and went over to the woman, and when her mouth started to fly, their hands started to fly.
So I missed the beginning. So the man went to the women.
So I freeze frame watch this video, y'all, because you know I deal with facts.
Okay. What are the facts?
I can't understand or overstand or understand anything unless I have all the facts.
Okay.
So the angle from which the video was taken, mind you, the person was driving or the car was moving, pardon me, not necessarily the person recording. You didn't see exactly what happened, but my freeze frame, this is how I took it. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. However, I did take my time and watch this video a few times so that we could talk about it. The woman is saying to the man something along the lines of, "Are you crazy?" The man is walking at the woman aggressively like this. And then his friend is walking beside him. Like, yo, my brethren is a numbskull. Let me just, let me keep pace.
He did look like he was trying to kind of recover, but
the brethren looked like he was a little doltish. Like, I don't think he knew what he was supposed to do in this situation. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, the man's walking up to the woman like this. And as he's walking up to her, she's on some, "Are you stupid? Are you crazy?"
But doesn't that piss you off? Is when people say to me, "Are you dumb?"
It is. So the guy leans in on her like this, right? Now, he comes within her personal space. And I saw people mention personal space, people. I've been to court for stuff like this. There's no such thing as personal space in the eyes of the law, okay? Let's just get this clear anyway. We won't talk about that situation, but anyway. So he's all up in her face like this. And then she goes like this. I see her raise her right arm, and I see him go like this. So I don't know if she jumped him. I don't know if she went to box him and he blocked it. What I saw was her raise her arm and him go like this.
That being said,
then clearly, hold on.
Maybe
clearly
she was just talking animatedly.
She could have been, but clearly you see her go like this and shut a box.
But who got hit first?
You can see her shut him a box.
She shot the first box.
Personally, okay, I won't inject my personal thinking. Okay, wait. So she shuts him a box, and then the man hauls off and give her one box. So yo, from there, it was on and popping. Are you dumb? How can you hit a woman? Are you crazy? So she's going on, he's going on. At one point, it almost looked like it was box for box, but I don't want to exaggerate. You either saw the video or you didn't. And then these two brothers, and I say brothers because they were black. So the woman was a black woman and the two gentlemen were some kind of tanned color. I don't know what their ethnicity was. People were assuming because it's Brampton that these were South Asian people.
South Asian,
I'm not going to say that they were South Asian or Middle Eastern. They were tanned and they weren't black.
Them never did black. Them did a brown.
Okay. So these two black guys come out from the Timmies or whatever, and they come out and they start separating things. As they're separating things, the woman haul off and box the Dotish Bridget.
She boxed the two of them?
Why she boxed the Bridget? Yeah. So what I'm saying is, even though she shot him the first box, I don't know what she did with her hand, but him swatting her hand, if it was me,
you would have boxed him.
I wouldn't have slapped him, but I would have connected.
But listen, the situation, like you said, she came up and you're talking and heated, and like I said, are you dumb? Are you dumb?
Yes.
Like when people tell me that, are you dumb? I said, Yo, you know, yo.
No, it trigger. It's a trigger word.
It's like that.
It's like
all right,
trigger.
it's
She may as well said fat.
Here's the thing. We don't know what she was dealing with beforehand. I can tell you right now that if one man marches towards me at a certain speed and raises his hand, that hand is going in a separate casket than him. And that might be just based on my own experience.
But listen, yo.
That might
so
just
me now,
because I've been booked and
so
bopped.
I have to sit there now.
So here's the thing.
You can't cuss. And then
No,
can't
but
mock
here's the thing. I'm not saying I would get out my car. As much as I said yo would have been on and popping, and that's just me reacting to a situation. We don't know what she's been through.
Well, you know, some people have them big mouths.
Here's the thing. I certainly, in my cooler head, would have sat down in the car, sliced him and diced him, and if he ever reached his hand into my car, that's a different story.
Yeah, chop it out.
That's a different story. However, that being said, I have gotten out of the car in a road rage situation before, and I've gotten out of the car.
Twice, right?
I did. When I got out of the car in a road rage situation, it's only because I was at a bank.
No, I didn't think twice.
The woman pulled up to me, and I was at a bank, and my son had just gotten a minor toe surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no handicap spot. I mean, I have no handicap sticker, and I just pulled up to the bank, and I had my four-ways on. And the woman said, "Are you fucking dumb? Don't you know there's handicap spots if you have a real handicap?" And I said, "Ma'am, I'm just running into the bank real quick."
That's an old lady.
But she was an old white lady.
Yeah. So
and here I am with my very dark self.
You think about that.
Wait though. You fucking people always want to find a fucking way out.
Oh, you people.
Seatbelt come off.
But sometimes,
I mean, fly out
I know, but sometimes them old people, you know.
That may be so, but she pulled up the car to my face to the point where her car scratched my mirror, and she reached her head in like this. So now you're in my personal space. No. So here's a defining moment. If the girl never got out the car and the guy came in like that, and my girl came out and all that, when I rewatched it, I realized that she shot the first SWAT. I personally wouldn't have shot the first SWAT. But I can guarantee you that if two men came at me towards my car, I'm fucking getting out the car and I'm standing up and I'm saying, "What are you coming here to do?"
But that's the thing, though.
Okay?
They came.
Then two of them marched towards her. Don't just one and don't just two didn't say, "You stay here and you stay here and I'll come into the car."
You know, she drew the line. They drew the line. Right? They came up to each other, said, "Wagwan, wagwan, yeah, wag pop." You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's two of them in one of her, so she got defensive.
She got defensive.
Are we asking ourselves why?
She decided to say, "Yo, me a bad girl, wham."
What I would have done, this might even come into scenario number 2, is I would have gotten out the car for one, because here's me, I don't back down from a fucking fight. Okay, I may not start it, but you're not gonna fucking finish it. So I would have gotten out the car just like her. But what I would have done, I might have gotten out the car on a cooler head, and I would have tried to ask them why they're approaching me in this manner. Okay.
But if everybody wanted to defend, why is it wrong though?
Here's the thing. If he comes up to me and I'm in my car and he reaches in and he's dealing with me, that's different. But if I see the two of them coming out, and then maybe it's just because I have my kids, I'd probably step out the car. More time when you see me, you see my kids, I'd probably step out the car. Because whatever's happening, I don't want it coming into my vehicle. My kids are there.
Kimberly said, why are the two of them going? That's right. You don't need.
That's what I'm saying. It triggered something in her. We don't know if she has experienced any sort of domestic violence before.Maybe there's a reason why she felt the need to stand up when she seen them. This is fight or flight. I feel like it's just a simple case of fight or flight, and this is a woman who not check, and she just went all the way with her fight instead of flight. Okay, that's what I feel like.
First of all, her voice was not the voice of a victim. Okay.
No, she was screaming. She was like a banshee.
He approached her aggressively, but she was wilding. Let's call a spade a spade. She was wilding. So what do you expect? You're stoking a bear. If I'm going to stoke a bear, I'm ready to break the bear's jaw. You see me? So the first rule of self-defense is not to be there. Homegirl. He drives a BMW. Now, mind you, BMWs.
Brampton, those are good.
Listen, mind you, BMWs are a hood man's car. If this wasn't a hood man driving the car.
Sorry,
so you know it's a newer model BMW. I heard that this started over road rage. Man's driving a 2018 special package BMW.
Jeez,
And you're getting out your car?
Where that?
You're getting out your car.
Yo.
Yo,
You're on my
you see
goose.
me?
Line up.
The type
goose,
of driver that I am, I would have went in front of him and slow down. I would have draw brakes 2 times. Tap my car. Hit me. Because when you hit my car, the neck.
Right, me back.
I'm crippled, B. I can't go to work.
Yo, you know what?
What you do? And then, okay, so if I was her, I'm gonna wrap it up. If I was her and I did get out my car, if I did lose my mind and come out my car, knowing that I'm alone and I don't have anything in my car, which why as a female do you not have a heavy object under your front seat?
Always.
Anyway, so if I lost my mind and I did come out my car, listen, self-defense, okay, women, don't be stupid. You need to have a heavy object under your seat, whether it's a crowbar or a mini baseball bat or a knife. And I'm not, listen, man, you will fuck somebody up. Don't roll up on me, first of all, okay? But if I was unprepared like she was, I would not be caught outside of my car like that. I'd be standing behind my door. With your I would have the driver's door in front of me. So you want to run up on me, but you're going to be in front of the door. And if you try to hit me, I'm going to hit you with my door, or I'm going to chop you in your neck, or I'm going to kick you in your balls. But I'm going to do something to equalize the situation. How are you going to be slapping mans, yo? You're like, and she was like, too. What was she? She was like 5'3", and homie was looking down on her. Yeah. You need to equalize the situation. No,
I do agree.
Disable a man. Disable. She could have got floored. She could have got floored. Like the girl in the convenience store. Can we talk about the girl in the convenience store?
You don't know who my brother is. Yeah, my girl. And every time you have to just dip off that comment.
That's a whole next thing. That's a whole other one.
How are women provoking a situation?
We talked about this with the Spanish.
I'm not saying that he was right.
The gas station one with the guy.
I'm not saying that either of these men were right. Well, no, the guy in the convenience store. I don't wrong him. This guy, I'm not saying that the guy, the Timmy's was right. What I'm saying is she didn't help herself.
No. Here's the thing. This is what I'm saying. Like in a hot-headed situation, and I can relate to when you're triggered. Yours is on right here. I can relate. Here's the thing. After a certain amount of time, I stopped taking a certain amount of things, and I started drawing for what was near, and I started strategically placing things wherever I knew I could find them.
Yeah.
Okay? Because like I said, if you raise it to me, you're going to have 2 separate funerals.
Yeah.
One casket,
so
and one.
You guys are talking as bad girls.
Right? No, I'm not even bad girl. I'm talking as a woman who may have been triggered.
So when is it okay now? I'm gonna tell you a story. As a man, to say, yo, I'm gonna raise my hand and just move away from.
Here's the one thing.
When is it right?
I have never instigated.
Let me tell my story. So listen, I was at a party.
But I won't.
I was at a party. One girl looked on me and she looked hungry, right? She looked hungry. She wants some chocolate. So she coming at me all night. I mean, just, cool. And then she came to me. She said, yo, your girl ain't fucking shit. Come get this. Your girl ain't fucking shit. Was your girl there? No. And I'm like, yo, mind yourself. You don't even know my thing, B. So she keeps going. And then she come, same way the man came up, she come up to me. She's like, fuck you fucking fat fuck. And fucking spit on my face.
Oh, so what I'm sorry.
No, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to sit there and be like,
no. Disrespect.
It is different. One girl.
So what was I supposed to do? I didn't dummy her. But what am I supposed to do?
If I was you, I would have draped her up.
Exactly.
I might have lift her off the ground a little bit. You know yourself, Bridget.
No, I think that's a whole new disparate. I think we have a voice note.
We have a voice note. Elizabeth, thank you for your voice note. Original. What do you call it? No,
Elizabeth, this is the voice.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's all right.
Let's see what Elizabeth has to say.
Since you guys wanted voice notes, here's my opinion. Yes, the guys came and they were all up in her personal space, but if you're that intimidated, you're not go back in your car. Why she didn't just drop back to go in her car? Why did she have to stand there and say, yo, I am woman, I am strong, and I'm going to defend it? If you're really that scared, then she would have gotten back in her car, but she stood there clearly knowing that something was going to pop up, and she was ready to defend it. So, yeah, defend that.
And can we put it in context? A lot of the comments were surrounding, in Brampton, we have a strong dominant community in which in this community women hold a subservient position. There were a lot of comments about that and how that in a certain culture it's okay for a man to lift his hand. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I saw a lot of those comments. I will say I might have been on the news, but and my first comment, I think it was something like Christmas would be canceled and all that shit. But when I really sat down and prayed it, I was like, yo, at the end of the day, if I took a look at who the person was, and there was two of them, I will never forget the first year I moved to Brampton. I literally watched a man chop his wife to death down at Peter Robertson and Torbrev and Peter? Down at Springdale. All right? And I watched him literally chop her up in broad daylight because he suspected she had a woman.
Wow.
Okay? So when you put things into the context of culture and what's acceptable in a certain community, you know something? Like I said, when I went back and my girl checked me and she said, no, I don't really think you do that still. I said, you know what, true thing? I'd wind down the window, and when he could shut the first box, that I just call who I need to call because I have enough people who are hungry. But at the end of the day, the only way I'm getting out of the car is if I feel like my children are in danger and I don't want my children to be involved in certain things. And that's only because more time when you see me with my kids. But to step out of the vehicle and you see, from the time you see the two of them approaching, it might be a reason for you to pull back and say, you know what, I know where I am. Okay, let's face it. At the end of the day, you know where you are and you know what the dominant culture is and you know what the dominant mentality is towards aggressive women. So that might be a time where we need to put things into context. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you gotta think about where you are.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
I've gotten out my car
many times.
When
that situation happened to me with the girl, I was at a random party, in the kitchen, you know what I mean? So no one's really watching.
No.
Right.
So
I've gotten out my car many times. Most times when I get out my car, I'm rolling up on a woman's stuff. Because
I feel a way when a girl
I'm doing a thing. And I'm the sort of person, I will throw my car in park. I don't care if the light's green. I will throw my car in park and whip out my car.
I want to talk about that. Like, I understand as a strong woman, you know what I mean, don't take no disrespect. Fight for your right. Right? Me and you get into an argument, right? And you're all a 5'2", 120 pounds. Me a big man, dog. And you're coming to me. Yeah. And what are you thinking by coming to me like with that? What are you gonna do to me?
I've gotten out the car to a big man.
What's she gonna do?
Not all the time.
She's crazy.
I've gotten out of the car to a big man, and I went up to him and I've asked him, and I leaned down and said, and I said, "How's your day been today?"
That's you. You think I could get away with that?
No,
only
but
to me could get away with that kind of stuff.
Let me tell you something. One of my biggest aggressors stands more than 1 foot over me, and I've gone up to people taller than that. Because I've gone up to them and I understand I'm going to them a different energy. Yes, I've gone up to them and I've said, yo, mind you, to see a red light here and like a pick me and try kill and get like a triple homicide.
You have a calm
You know what I'm saying? And I've leaned in and I've said, yo, mind you, like a quadruple homicide you want to reach? Nah, sister, and Ray. But I think it depends on, and I probably wouldn't have gone to somebody of another racial persuasion. You're a big llama boss downstairs. But I probably wouldn't have done that. And that's the thing is, you have to know who you're talking to. Like I said, in Jamaica, we have a saying said, "Duck you know who for frightened." You can't go to these other communities that don't understand the nonverbal jargon and expect them to understand the nonverbal cues.
Yeah.
Like, are you dumb is a nonverbal cue. You go and you tell a man that if the woman ever uttered the word dumb, like a 1, 2, deaf as she again, you're asking a man, are you dumb?
Like, first of all, why
you're not talking to a young,
you're not talking to somebody
who understands that. So you have to know the context. I have flown out the car with all intentions to let everything loose. And when I sit down and I really pray, I'm like, yo, but this man could like literally just pop off my neck in front of my kids. Yo. And I've gone in and said, yo, sister, I read like, run.
One time I came out my car, I think I was 22 years old, right? I had a little shitty Acura Integra, but my car was fast. Like it was 1980. I was a 1987 Acura Integra coupe. Yo, my car was fast, 2-door hatchback. Like, yo, fast. Okay, this little car, I used to do bad things with this car. Anyway, so I must have cut too close, and this man got vexed at me. A yardie, he got vexed at me, and he cut in front of me, and then he slammed on his brakes. But the way that he slammed on his brakes, I was like, I was being a dick. I'm not gonna lie. I was following him close, and I'd slam back on my brakes. But one time he did it, and I couldn't stop fast enough, and I actually touched his car. So I flew my door open, and I came out the car ready to whap. Yo, when this man came out the car, he's like 6'7".
You see? And then you think twice to yourself, right?
You're like, yo.
But some people don't back down and you think about it again. But yo, what about on the flip side? So yo, you're a girl approaching me, and you're one of them big Amazon, 6'3" Amazon, and you're coming at me. Am I allowed to box you now?
Enough man the punk us.
Yo, if I'm telling you,
enough man the punk.
If a girl comes to me and she's 6'3", 250.
Yes.
I'm gonna do something.
Yes,
I'm gonna try.
Those deep in nature men, those ones that are built like Hercules, they're built like these Egyptian gods. Yeah. Yo, those men, I have to humble myself. Yo, sorry, Bridget, sorry. No, but enough smaller man the punk up. Me not like. Anyway, next topic, because me must not be a big and chunk.
But the big woman. Okay, so listen. What is the finality of this? So if she over 6 foot, she can get boxed.
No, I feel like you have to know where you are, and I feel like you have to know who you're going to. And if you see two of them and you know have rubbed on your neck, when woman get chopped up in a broad daylight. But here's the thing, you have to know who it is. If
Brampton,
you see two,
Scarborough,
because the only reason I'm stressing this, I saw so many comments about in this community, this is acceptable. And I'm nothing for them to raise them hand. You know, say Brampton, you see two brown men fly out of car and them a march, and you turn up. Really and truly, you have to know that if you're standing up to try to diffuse. If you're standing up and you're going to bring the heat and they're going to bring the heat, you're liable to get limb from limb. Like we seen this in 2008. A woman got chopped up in fucking broad daylight in Springdale because her man thought she was cheating. No, her head was over there, her foot was over there, her neck was over there.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Kimberly said that's
context.
Why we gotta be primates like that? Like,
exactly. I understand that. And I rate the two guys who got out and said, yo, and you know what? And let their pheromones come out, their testosterone, and say, yo, because man started to dial it down. But at the same time, what if they weren't there? You can't just hop out of the vehicle with any and everybody. I know. When I drive to Bolton, if somebody cuts me off, hey, how you doing? You understand? Because I know where I am.
To be honest, like
to be honest, I think
the reason that she hyped up like that is because the Tim Hortons was popping at that time. So if you paid attention to the video, there was cars parked in every spot that you can see. The person that was driving by, okay, there's two more people. There was people in the lineup. So they knew, she knew that the parking lot was, that people would see what's going on. So I think some women hype up because they're banking on the fact that somebody might intervene and stop them. Just like the girl at the convenience store who ended up getting her socks.
Well, I can honestly say, anytime I ever hype up, I never even pre whether someone was there to my rescue or not.
If I'm hyping, I don't care who's there. But I think some of these women depend on it. Like if y'all watch the convenience store video today, she was hyping up because the man who was holding her back was shorter than her. So like I'm not saying that because he's shorter he couldn't overpower her.
But she never summarized his strength based on his size.
No. But it's like
was that guy with it? Was that her boyfriend?
I don't know who the guy was.
Yo, that guy pissed me off because if that's your girl and she's wilding with a man, and you see him fist up and he's just there, and you watch your girl get knocked out. You're mad if that's gonna happen.
So he's a beta.
Sure.
That guy was a beta.
Beta? He's not even a beta. We call him simp. He's a simp.
We're not sure what his status was.
He's a Mitch.
But that could segue us.
Make a girl get knocked out.
When these women are so in this case, the woman was more so the aggressor.
Yeah.
She wasn't getting out of her vehicle in defense of seeing two men approaching.
No.
Like, she was approaching the next man.
The guy backed up like 2-3 times. He kept backing up, trying to stop the situation. And then the next little guy that she was with, he swatted her like 2 times, trying to keep her like chill. Right. But then she went up on him. So then the man started swinging. So the first swing, if y'all watch the video, the first swing, she fell into the hot chocolate. I'd be embarrassed. The first swing you're rocking me, you can't rock me on the first swing. I'm stopping. I'm stopping.
Yeah.
I'm stopping. Okay, I'm stopping.
It's a different strokes.
So she falls into the hot chocolate. She can't humble herself at that point. Adrenaline's running too high. She swings back at him. Now, homegirl, you can't fight.
No, seriously.
You can't fight. Because man's punching you and you're going like this. This is your response?
No.
What is this? Are we playing a hand game here? So she slaps him like this.
This is the convenience store.
This is the convenience
store. From the shell, the guy's trying to stop her.
She goes like this. The guy tries to stop her, and then man gives her a 1. He gives her the 1. They're doing the little dance.
He backed off after the 1, eh?
She swung at him
backed
again.
off after the 1.
Yeah. He gave her a 1-2. No, sorry, I lied. It was a 1-2.
But it was a quick one.
It was a 1.5.
It was a 1.5.
But he wasn't going full strength because his arms never really left his side. If man wanted to be a dick, he could have fucking like really connected with her. He gave her a little. It was like a little tester punch. So she goes and slaps him back. Why? Stop. You already fell into the hot chocolate. You done catch 2 more. Okay, so she slaps him back. Homeboy connected 1 time. Rah. 1 time connected
and
with
it's almost like he came
my
up
girl.
and he went down another part, yo.
Bye, Felicia.
My man just said.
Bye, Felicia.
My man just came up like this.
Good night, Mama.
Came up. He was walking from here, and he came and he went.
But yo, I want to know who the guy was. That guy was just standing around. Like,
we don't know. We can't even assign.
Because then she got up and she's like, yo, you don't know who the fuck my brother is.
We can't. He's not her brother.
When she caught her consciousness. Then she started about, you don't know what my brother is.
I hate when people do that.
Here's the thing. If you know who your, listen, let me tell you, like I said, I have dogs around me. If you know who your brother is, then you just, I feel like there's certain situations when you understand that you could really deal with this long term. Like, instead of having somebody have a little limp, they can hobble for life. You just sit back and you just say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna take it, and you make your phone calls when you're done. To be honest with you, if your brother's that big and bad, and your brother has nothing to lose, you make your phone calls when you're done.
Back in the days, it was,
you know what I'm saying?
You come and fight a man, and you know where I'm from. You know what I mean? I'm from Finch. Finch is a long street, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Finch is a long street.
It's like, it's who do you know?
If you want to have your comment sent in by voice note, send me a quick DM before we switch topics because we're almost there.
We're wrapping this
one up. We will play your topic so that we can talk about, or your comment, pardon me, so that we can talk about your comment and hear what it is that you have to say.
But
what I wanted to add, sorry, is I have a brother.
Mm-hmm.
My brother has no sense.
Okay.
My sister has 5 brothers. They've taken me in as their brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They live all over the U.S. and in Jamaica. My brother lives in Scarborough.
Mm-hmm.
So really, I kind of have people kind of all over, you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I still wouldn't say, do you know how my brother is?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because the area that I hung out in when I was a teenager, the area that molded me and kind of taught me some street knowledge. The street knowledge was, listen, if you're gonna fight somebody, you need to be able to defend yourself.
True.
So all this, do you know who my brother is? She was just embarrassed and trying to save face. And I feel bad for her. I do. Because it wasn't a good look. It wasn't the look of a queen. That's not how you should carry yourself. If you're arguing with a man, why does it have to get physical? Why do you have to be the aggressor?
Yeah.
Our gift is our tongue. Our gift and our curse is our tongue.
You can castrate a man with your mouth. You can decapitate, castrate, and dismember ankles. Like, the man can't even fucking run when you're ready. If it's with your tongue, like, this is the thing, and I feel that's why I said, when you check me and you're like, yo, queen, really, that's not really you. That's the whole me that's in the fight or flight. When you check me, you're like, I don't really feel like you would do that. And I was like, you know what, for real, I might just maybe like let him really do what he need to do and then deal with it. Because as much as you and I think alike, yeah, you have a cooler temperament than I do.
Yeah.
Oh,
are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I know that you can go off. No, I know that you can go off. But like, even when you go off, it's still like,
you still want to hug her,
yeah. Here's the thing. Right? Okay, can I just
Nobody
say
wants to hug me when I go off.
Can I just say something? I go off in that manner is because I know what it's like when I don't. And I choose to center that energy towards reaching you here and here and here. So my tongue has the sharpness of my tongue has become a plan B.
Mine too.
For what I used to be able to put out with my body.
Mine
and
too.
I don't want to do that anymore. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like
Mine too.
I try to find a way to put it in the words. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have the default.
It
almost seems like that's your default. And then if somebody triggers you, you'll go to the other side.
Oh, I'll still def somebody.
Yeah.
If it gets
but not as your
But it'll come last.
Right.
Like, and when it comes, that
default,
just means that it's coming. Like,
my
default
is to cut you down.
Yeah.
With my words.
Mm-hmm.
And then once something's physical, cut you down physically.
I hear that.
For me,
I have to really put
like
thought and effort into like that incense and peace. Like,
and
I have
for
to
me,
put
it's
a
like
lot
if I don't do
it's
this, I'm gonna be in jail
day.
forever.
For me, my struggle with is I feel like I got two personalities. You know what I'm saying? So when I come online and the way I talk, I want to talk how I talk in person, but I can't online. It's weird. I write and talk differently.
That's okay.
Right?
That's
so
typical.
Right.
I don't know, like
that's common.
What, that's common?
A lot of people express themselves online in their stronger self.
I guess
a lot of people will put, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because when I'm online, I want to talk, rationally and logically.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If we're debating and it's getting heated, I'll talk, whatever, say this or that. But in person,
it's a whole different
thing.
There's no time for long talking.
The good thing about online is you have backspace. And I will be honest, I exercise the backspace on everybody.
Pause.
Even them. I exercise the backspace.
Do 5 jumping jacks.
That's the good thing about online. It's not necessarily that I'm not saying what I want to say. It's that I'm saying what I know my mature self should say.
And what will best reach you. And I can honestly say
it doesn't serve you to function at your lower self.
No, it doesn't serve anybody.
Yeah.
It's not even serving you. And if you're not serving you, what are you giving somebody?
Exactly. I find online, obviously the Twitter fingers, right?
Mm.
And you never know, like, who is who and who's gonna do what.
Well, when you have triggers,
because you can hide behind the screen, right? So there could be someone out there right now who hates our guts, and they're plotting some crazy things. We can't defend ourselves.
But here's the thing: time longer than rope. And it always does come out. And like I said, energy, you can read that shit. When a person's saying, oh, I love you, and you're so, you know what I mean? Or, oh, I fucking hate you. But deep down inside, they don't hate them. They don't hate you. They're angry. You can always pick up on energy, and you can always know, you know what? This is where patience comes in. This person, maybe, and I started off on the wrong foot. But I realize it's more than the issue, and I'm going to lean into what I feel like is really bothering them, and I can reach them. Okay. So that's why I said energy. Emotion means energy in motion. Energy in motion.
Remember, hey, Danielle, your damn keyboard and mouse get you in some trouble.
We all have, though. Okay? Yeah. We all have.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, what I think this is perfect because it brings us to this whole thing of context is king. Context. If you're not sure, ask a fucking question. What did you mean by that? And when the person says, okay, it's a 5x6 frame, answer in a 5x6 frame. Yeah. If the person says it's an 8x11 frame, answer in an 8x11 frame.
So you're saying
answer in the context.
Answer in the context.
Ask the person.
So if a man comes to me and say, yo, Big J is a pussy, I can come back and say, yeah, you too.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? You're a pussy hole because and he's gonna say, and he's gonna define. You're a pussy hole because you said this on October 7th, right? Oh, and then you're going to say, okay, on October 6th at time, what was the topic? What were the variables in play? What was going on? And then you could say, oh, I guess I was a pussy hole that day because according to your definition, right? But does that mean I'm a pussy hole every day? You can frame things. You know what I'm saying?
We're still talking online, though. We're still talking online. Why are you sending people your address? Can I just ask?
Okay.
Can I just ask? Yes. Is anybody here who sent their address? I'll wait. Because I'm sure there's a logical reason. And I'm talking about women, because I haven't seen... I've seen men say, send your location.
It's crazy.
But I've seen women say, I'll give you my address. they're not inviting the other person to send a location the way that the man them, when the man them are arguing, are like, yo, send your location, I'll reach. There's women saying, I'll give you my address, reach my yard.
To fight?
Yeah, man. Buzz the number and all, yo.
I see all of you in one post or another. I remember who has kids from who doesn't have kids.
Right?
Every woman I've seen say, reach my yard, has kids.
That's right.
That's
what is
don't
going
do that, people.
on?
Don't ask
We
for
can't
address.
take any responsibility for what happens for you when you put your address.
Exactly.
We can't do that.
Aside
You
from
know you're in a public forum.
aside from responsibility.
Because if you give me your address, well, problems.
Aside from a responsibility, there are mad people in the world.
Mad.
And let's
You're
not
gonna give
forget
your
the fact that
address?
people can record what happens in this group on an alternate phone and share it outside of this group.
Yeah.
You're gonna give your address where you sleep, where your kids sleep,
Yo, I've given
where
up
your
foster
kids
kids for
eat,
that
where your
shit,
kids have to in the morning go to school, in the
because where my
afternoon
kids
come in,
live.
where your kids should feel safe. You're gonna give your address because you're vexed at something somebody said on the internet.
Lisa, I have given up some of the kids that I had the most hope for because of who was after them. And I know that I want my kids to be able to stand up and water the lawn. Okay? I took a child in my hand at 12 and I watched him turn 19. And when I seen who was after him and I know where my kids lay their head, I love you, but I'm gonna love you from afar. Much less give out my address.
But hold on, look.
Like,
Malika says, people do it, say, yo, put your address. And someone says, okay, 123 John Street. But you really think about, as grown people, the risk. Right? I think about it because if a man say, yo, post it, come, I'm here, 123 John Street. I'm going to say, yeah.
Okay, you don't know.
Young boy is here. Young boy is here.
Young boy will kill you.
Never talk some things, okay?
Young boy will kill you.
Allow me to tell, a girl told you to reach her address, knowing that you have her address. Does she know who you are? Does she know who your people are?
Does she know who you know?
And I'm not trying to say, don't misunderstand what I'm saying, people. I'm not saying that he's somebody that everybody should be fearful of. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is she doesn't know. She doesn't know what's possible after she says reach.
And you can't control
he doesn't have to personally go.
You can't control where it goes once you say it. It's the internet.
He doesn't have to personally go. You know, you think any of the men that I know actually put their hands on women? No. I might get a phone call. Yo, Lisa, I need you to make a move with me still.
Yeah.
And certain men that call my phone, I'm not even asking what the move is. I'm just asking what time should I be ready.
Yeah, that's the next thing. Because you don't know people's loyalty to the person that reaches, that the information reaches.
They watch too much CSI, yo.
Here's the thing. I know right now for a fact that once upon a time, all I had to do was call my dad and say, yeah. And that was on a red-eye flight from Atlanta to Toronto. Yeah, within 3 hours. Yep. Okay. So, and that's my dad. And I know that there's enough people that I know that I don't really feel like they don't really have that much. Loyalty to certain people is everything. And it's not about who you think they are. It's about who you don't know that is loyal to them. You understand? It's not even about who you think they're loyal to. It's who you don't know is loyal to them. You can't be putting certain shit out there.
Yeah. Look at that.
Because certain people are loyal to you.
Look at that.
Sorry. You know what I'm saying?
We got a voice note?
Stick a pin. We got a voice note.
Oh, we got a voice note. Hold on.
This is from another original Talk the Tingz viewer. Moose Dilla, big up yourself. Thank you for your voice note.
Let's see what you got to say, Moose. Let's see. Yeah. Hold on.
All right. What's good? I think this whole entire conversation about like getting the address sent forward and all those things happened from that post of getting your negativity out, tag the person as to that you have beef with and so forth. And from that out right there, that opens up a whole entire different conundrum. You know what I'm saying? Just going from there. That's when address and all that shit is being requested.
Mm-hmm. It's true. That was one of the posts. But I'm saying in my time in the circle, from time circle start, that wasn't the first time that I've seen it. Which is why Kimberly August had a post saying, what have you learned since you joined the circle? One of my comments was that people give them address for people come fight them when their kids sleep there. Like, I'm confused. I don't get it. I don't get it. That was one of the posts. You're very right, Moose, but that's not the only time. There was a girl in here. She's no longer in the group. She did it. There was another girl who was fighting with a man. She want to go meet the man. Now listen, man. Come on now, people. Those are just two other recent examples where it's like, why are you arranging fights on the internet over words on the internet?
Yo, the internet's real now, man.
Yeah, but the thing is,
the internet's real.
Life.
Real.
Here's the thing, we're in the
People's dead off of the internet now.
I made a post today. I made a post today about detaching yourself emotionally.
I read that. It was real. And knowing when to done. And knowing when you've done
gotta know
enough.
when to stop. Yeah.
Honestly, that's the realest shit I've ever read. All my foundation members have seen where people tried to draw me out. And I was just like, we ain't gonna do this. And I just left it out. Okay? That being said, I feel like you have to understand where the person, you have to meet the person where their logic ends.
Yeah.
If their logic ends there and you come and you're walking this way and they're walking that way and you guys realize at the end of the day, tu yai nagamek for, just left it. That's why I said louder. Because too many times what I see in here is people trying to convince people, yo, let me tell you something. Some of the biggest trajectory I've ever gained in anything I've ever done is when I stopped trying to convince people. When you start to convince people, when you put on a I have to convince you mentality, what you're now saying is I don't stand on a solid ground. And I need you to come underneath me and support what I'm standing on for me to stand on it. And that's what makes it solid. Your reality is your reality. That's what makes the circle so beautiful. The diversity is my reality is my reality, your reality, and I can learn something. When that same post is, what have you learned from the circle? What was my comment? You can really learn anything from anyone if what you came here for is to fucking learn. Period.
You know what I learned?
Period.
I learned
period.
That what I think may not always be the right thing.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? There's so many different perspectives up there.
Yeah.
And, you know, it taught me to just appreciate what people are going through because you never know.
You don't know what brought them to this point.
But your assumptions that you thought you had, they're wrong.
And where they are today, it may not be. Yo, if you looked at me 5 years ago when I was suicidal as shit, okay? I don't even want to go as far as say 6 years ago. It was a stranger off the internet that saved my life. Why I'm here talking to you today. Because she understood. I met her on a hair care forum. And she saw the signs because her father killed her mother and herself. And she saw the signals and her husband was a fucking hacker and they found my phone number. That's why I'm here today. Because somebody saw past what I was saying and understood what I was really saying. I probably never kept it more real with you guys than tonight. You understand? It's not the first time I tried. You have to look past what you feel like the person is saying and try to understand where they're coming from. And if you can't, that's okay. Maybe not today, but like Lisa said on her post, you may disagree with them wholeheartedly on the one topic, but then you see where they're coming from on another topic. Don't box the person in a box based on the one topic.
It's true.
You guys think Tumpus made a group name The Circle for no reason? I know he seems random. Because everything keeps coming back. There's no end, there's no beginning. Everything keeps coming back.
Full circle.
There's a method
and
to
there's a main message in this whole community, which is what you think you know, you don't fucking know. And what you feel like you don't know, you already probably do know. You just don't know you know it.
The other part of that is someone might be on this side of the circle. And someone might be on the other side of the circle.
So it takes time for them to
Right. You're not necessarily where I'm at. And I'm not where you're at. That doesn't mean that where you're at is a bad place. It doesn't mean that where I'm at is a bad place.
It's where you are.
We're just at different places.
Right.
And there isn't an end to our place. Because you can still come around to my side and I can still come around to your side.
And when you do, you keep going in a next new direction but you're still going forward.
That's right.
There's nobody who's not going forward if you choose to be. So, you know, with this whole contention, you know, this week was a higher energy week.
Higher energy. Woo.
And another high energy week. It's been about, I think October has just been
2017 in October in general, we're wrapping up. If you feel like you are in a bitter place now and want to try to see where this person is, somebody said to me this week, you're getting defensive. And I said, but there's nothing to defend.
Right.
If somebody levies an accusation against somebody, they have an opportunity to present why they feel or what the facts are that support where they are. Just as you've risen your accusation, someone can rise their facts and say, okay, let's now come to where two minds meet. And the one thing that I wanted to stress, brings us to housekeeping, I suppose.
Housekeeping.
Oh, we didn't have another topic?
We had another topic.
We had one more. I know we keep going. We did. Tonight's a good night.
It is. I feel like we're doing
big up
some
everybody.
personal bonding.
No, today's a good. I feel close.
Thank you, everybody, once again for being with us. Don't forget, if you want to have your topic, voice note sent it, and we'll play it so we can hear.
And send it in advance and build it so we can.
You know what I need? This group is just like I thought I knew everything. I thought I knew everything. And then I came in here and it just totally just flipped the script.
Can I just shout out Mitzi? Mitzi brought a concern that I feel like a lot of people were feeling, but I want to just stress the fact, and I'll touch on this later when we do housekeeping, presentation is key. Because as we were talking on the circle, and as we were talking on thinking we know things and not understanding until somebody brings us a different perspective, is understanding that a 6 to me, Lisa, is my 6. And it's your 9. I can't tell you that's not a 9 to you.
Right.
That's a 9 to you.
Right.
But it's just as much a 6 to me. Until I go over here, I'm not going to see that that's a fucking 9. We're good. I'm not going to see that that's a 9. You know what I'm saying? And it takes the ability and the willingness to maybe shift your perspective to understand this person isn't saying you're the devil for thinking the way you are. This person is saying you may not understand why you think the way you think. I'm here to show you why you might be willing to consider another perspective. So why is that so wrong?
I don't know if everybody saw this post. It was a few weeks ago. There was a post in the group about a horse, a woman walking with. It was a woman walking with a horse. It was like a photo.
This is a good.
You had to look at the photo and tell people if she was going with the horse into the stable or coming.
Yeah, it's perspective,
right? So just because you all thought that she was leaving the stable, and I thought she was walking in the stable. I legit did think she was entering the stable. Doesn't mean that you're right or I'm right or you're wrong or I'm wrong. Why can't we both be right? Because what's right for you meets the needs that you have for where you are at this time. And what's right for me meets the needs for where I am at this time.
And here's the thing.
Joe wanted to talk about intellectual discourse. And I don't want to break out my dictionary because I have a feeling.
You might have to.
I have a feeling. Anyway, I have a feeling that the dictionary, nobody don't want them kind of beat and teach, and that's fine. Discourse is to have a dialogue with somebody. It's to have a conversation. It's to have two different perspectives come into a situation. It's another way for saying dialogue, but it really describes a debate where you're coming from opposing views, right? So why can't we have intellectual discourse in the circle where I disagree with you and you disagree with me based on facts that are presented, not based on my emotions and this is how I feel and this is what happened to me when I was
sometimes you're going to get into your emotions.
But those are your emotions. But if those are your facts, you have to be, as much as you're willing to protect what's your facts, you have to respect the fact that what they're protecting is their facts and be willing to try to meet them somewhere where your facts and their facts can
own it.
Can try and
name it. It's your truth. It's not infallible.
It's not everybody's pocket.
It's not universal truth. It's your truth. So if you're owning your perspective, I respect your perspective.
Deandra Moore, people are too emotionally attached to their perspective.
Big time. Deandra, you are top the Tingz.
Yeah. Emotionally attached to their perspective. That's
emotion is energy in motion. When you have a perspective, okay. Let's do the 6 and 9. You're 6.
It's about
I'm 9.
I'm 9.
No, because some people are visual.
I'm 9 and
You're
you're
9,
6.
I'm 6. All
9
right.
is my destiny number.
Either way.
Did you guys do my destiny number test? 9.
All right, I hear you. And the funny thing is, I'm a 9 too, but I'm gonna make you be 9 tonight.
Oh, sorry.
I
You
am.
are?
I am. But it's all good. It's okay.
This is
For
what
the
I
purposes of illustration, you are 9, I'm me at 6. And I'm feeling the energy and the emotion behind my 6.
Yes.
And you're feeling the energy and the emotion behind your 9. If me and you, Gussa, bring yourself in.
Yes.
And we're going like this.
Right.
Are we ever going to move into each other?
No.
But if I say, yo, my 6 is my 6 and it's my 6, and you're like, yo, my 9 is my 9 and it's my 9, then I can say, baby, I know why your 9 is your 9. I know why my 6 is my 9. Do you want to trade positions and see why?
I meant to get up now.
Yeah.
Because remember, I have no problem leaving my 6 because I feel my 6 and I've owned it. And you know why your 9 is your 9. Baby, now I can shift you to try and experiment with my 6 and my 9. But if I'm holding on to making my 9 your 6 and vice versa, why do you want to give up what you know?
I know.
But if I'm like, this is mine and that's yours, yo, let's experiment.
What I like is that you
You
and I
understand?
have a lot of the same
You
processes,
understand?
but we see things still from different perspectives.
Yo.
So I rate that perspective.
Yo, because here's the thing, if it's mine, you're not going to be intimidated to try something new. But I'm
Right.
like, my 6 has to be your 9.
No,
Your 9 has to be my 6.
no.
And no. Are you going to want to move?
Why?
God, you're going to
Why?
lock down and you're going to go like this and
In
nobody's
human life-
going anywhere.
In human life, we
Nobody's
all
going
need each
anywhere.
other. Animals don't necessarily need each other other than to procreate, but in human life, we all need each other.
Thank you.
So the way that I look at
Thank
things,
you.
and people might say that I'm a bit too objective, I'm kind of a sunshine and rainbows, the glass is half full type of person.
I'm a Libra.
I'm
I'm,
gonna be
not
like-
even an animate object.
I'm gonna be
in the
like,
whole
oh my
zodiac.
God,
I'm not
you're
a beast or an animal.
I'm like, oh my God,
I'm
you
so
see 6,
vexed with the
you see
problem.
6, I see 9. Guess what? Your 6 is so cool.
Oh my God.
Tell me about your 6. I want to know about your 6. I'm not gonna be like, I don't like your 6 because
No.
it's not my 9.
Thank you. This is the problem with being inanimate. As a Libran, sun rising. Okay, sorry.
What were you
That's
gonna
just
say? Sorry.
But yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. We talk so much. You should be in the middle.
Yo.
I'm sorry.
Let's put Jason in the middle, man.
No.
Jason in the middle.
No.
Come, Jason. Get in the middle. Hop over. Jason was gonna say.
What was I gonna say? I forget.
Macy, why you have to call out the box to them? Stop. You know, see, I was trying to be, what you call it?
Yeah.
Modest about the
I
thing.
don't remember what you guys are talking about.
We
We're
were
You guys
talking
just
about
lost me over there.
cognitive dissonance and how everybody's so busy trying
Hold
to
on,
like
hold on.
everybody
Okay.
down in a dim perspective without trying to say, yo, you know what, my perspective is real and it's real to me. And just because you don't see it, it doesn't mean mine not real. So I don't have to fucking defend it. It can be real without you accepting it. So here we go. If mine is mine, yours is yours. Let's share.
Oh my gosh, it's
Basically.
almost 11.
That's what we're saying.
I want to get on to the next topic. Does
Okay, next
everybody
topic.
remember my post from earlier this week?
Yeah.
Honestly, I really didn't think there would be this much controversy. I thought maybe there would be 2 schools of thought on this. Some of y'all really opened my mind to some different ways of looking at it. I don't want to misrepresent my post.
Look at my head, oh Jesus.
So let me go through my
Not to
screenshot.
Jed. Ja Rastafari. Old Manuela. Yeah.
Don't kill me.
Have you seen my head lately?
Here was my post.
Okay,
So
here
this
we
was the topic. Alicia, big up. Gail Sibless, big up. Ayana,
Yes.
she got 3 kids. Now, oh wait, I crossed out the word chick and I put woman, but on my screenshot it doesn't have chick. Anyway, it doesn't have woman. A woman has 3 kids.
Okay.
All 3 kids have different fathers.
Okay.
Tumpus, big up yourself.
Yes, baby.
But one of the 3 fathers gave $600 for Christmas.
Okay.
But the mom spent it evenly. Is she wrong?
No.
Now, before we get into what we think
No,
on this
no.
topic, because
No.
we actually have different schools of thought, go figure. We actually think different things about this.
Yo, you have to be
A lot of people read into what the topic was. A lot of people read into it and assumed that the other 2 men did not contribute to Christmas. That's not what it said.
True.
A lot of people also read into it and said that the money was intended for the one child because it was implied through the messaging that it was for the one child. That's not what it said. What the meme said was the one father gave $600 for Christmas. He didn't say he gave it for his child for Christmas. Can we talk to Tingz? So a lot of people read into it.
Yo, hold on.
A lot of people read into it.
Yo.
And this is why my position, when you hear my position, is what it is. Because I'm dealing with the facts that I have, not the facts that I inject.
Hold on, let me bring them
I'm not saying that any of you are wrong, but some of y'all were wild.
Yeah,
okay, so.
But hold on. So me as a man now, I give you my liquor 600. And you go.
Liquor is $600 liquor.
Soft,
Christmas time.
Christmas time of
Yeah.
It's soft. Listen. So I give my $600 to my baby mother. She has what, 3 kids? And one of them is mine.
And if you want to hear your topic, send me a voice note. If you want to hear your comment, send me a voice note.
Hold on.
This is a hot one.
So she go and spends 100 on each kid. No, 200 on each kid. I'm bad at math. 200 on each kid. Now me as a man, I'm supposed to have a problem? Yo, you have to be a real, like a, what do you call it? The Grinch. Like your heart has to be unclean for you to say, why you spend money on the other kids? I give it just from my one. It depends. If you're buying an iPad or something, like you want an iPad, here's the 6 bills for the new iPhone, iPad. Yeah, you kind of.
But that's when it's designated.
And what people are saying, there's 2 other dads. So why are you spending the money evenly when there's 2 other dads?
Okay, here's the situation. Can I give y'all a scenario?
Yeah, I'm listening.
All right, so you have a scenario where dad number 1 is ghost when dad number 2 meets you. Mind you, he hasn't has his child with you yet. He adopts child number 1. He says, yo, that's mine. You and him fall out. The only child that child ever known is dad of child number 2. He's made a commitment to that child. Whether he married you or didn't, he took you on when you were with belly. Enough woman will say meet man with belly. So is the man saying,
it happens?
Yo, you know what? Here
forget
it is.
Baggage, because enough man meet woman with belly
this
already.
Is the thing. This is the thing. So you have a man meet a woman with belly, and he's saying,
jacket. Yo, put on your jacket.
So you have man meet woman with belly, and he's like, yo, you know what? That not nobody. I'm that. I'm the father for that.
Okay.
Okay. I think that it all comes down to the. I know the scenario doesn't give these details, and we only have to go with what the scenario says. But based on the scenario, the man did not say, I know that my son wants an X, and here is the money for X.
You just said, here's 6.
Here's 6.
Yeah. You know what? If I give her 6 and say, yo, go and bless up the youths, then.
Right. And if he doesn't give you the 6 with instructions, I 6 him, Gil.
Yeah, but listen, if
he didn't give you the 6 with instructions.
Don't fight them. Don't.
Where's Joe Hoskins?
Perspective.
Where the king? Because I know he has a problem with that statement, and so does Maxwell.
Yo, but here's the thing. On my level, from me as a woman, I don't have 3 baby fathers. I have 4 children, and 3 of them are with one. And one took me up with one, right, and adopted him. Okay, so if one gave me X and said, the funny thing is I don't know this situation. I really don't. But if someone came to me and said, here's 6, and I know that my youth needs a keyboard because I know he's inclined to music. The first thing is I'm a different woman. I'm going to say, yo, I'm going to ask, when you thought of this 6 for Christmas, what did you have in mind? I'm not even going to say, who do you have in mind? I'm going to say, what did you have in mind? Because who is too definitive? I'm going to say, what did you have in mind? That give him the opportunity to say, child 1, 2, and 3, or 4, or A, so-and-so said he wants soccer shoes, or he wants this and that. That's for that. So I'm going to say what? So I think a little bit of the onus is on the woman as well. I feel like this question, just put it on the man, and it's either to villainize the man or heroize the man. And it's either to villainize a woman or heroize a woman. And I feel like there needs to be some definition. When you guys post these generic internet memes, just because the meme says ABC doesn't mean you can add DEF.
You're right.
Say, hey guys, the meme says no. If the meme says ABC, just say, hey you guys, I saw this meme and I wondered how you guys would apply this in this situation, right? Because context is king. And like I said, if it was me, I would seek context. I would say, yo, what did you want from this 6 bills? What? Not who and not how.
You gotta give instructions, because 600 for it's gonna take. That's a little harder.
I know the person. I know who adopted mine. I would say, yo, what did you want? And that person might say this, that, and the third. I would say what? Because when they tell me what, I have nothing else to go on but what they said.
So what happens though if
what they said?
If little Johnny wanted the iPhone, right? And you guys decided, okay, Johnny's gonna get the iPhone, and then she took the 6, but still spent among the other dudes.
In that regard, I think that's bullshit.
So that's bullshit.
Let me tell you something. Right now, if my ex-husband said to me, "This is the money for the 3 that I had with you, and this is what it's for," he knows his children. He knows what they need. And he's saying, this is, like I said, this is all hypothetical. I know that so-and-so needs this. I know that so-and-so needs this. I know, here is whatever bills, and this is how I want it divided. I'm not going to take that. But then again, I'm the kind of person, if someone didn't give me details, I'm going to ask for details. Okay? In this day and age, you cannot not have information. If you don't seek information, you're just as at fault as the person who didn't give information. So the way I see it, if someone comes and gives me 8 bills and doesn't say what it's for, it's my responsibility to ask what it's for. Because if they don't tell me what it's for and I misspend it, then you have a miscommunication war. You're wrong for not mind reading. Well, you're wrong for not telling me. Hi. What's wrong with asking a question?
I am not the same.
What's wrong with asking a question?
I am not the same. I have a different perspective.
Read what Julie,
big up this stuff. Julie, man, I miss you.
Yeah, man, we do.
I have 2 baby fathers and my children are one family. So I would split it with all my children. I never make them think of each other as split. We are a family. If
you get what I'm saying.
If you get what I'm saying.
And I totally get what you're saying. Family. So the 600 come in, so that's 6
the children don't need to know.
Julie, I agree with you, but I still have a kind of a different take on how I would approach this because I've lived this situation. I have 3 daughters. My eldest is by a different man. This man is financially in a better place than my ex-husband is. My ex-husband, not from when we meet him, not when we were together, and not after, has not been in a financial good place. That's a whole other kettle of fish we talk another time. Okay? I'm not trying to style a man, I'm just showing you.
You know what?
You see what I'm saying?
Different stations.
I lived this situation, 3 kids. The first is by a man who is financially okay. The other 2, he's not okay. 1 year, I was still with my husband. Was I? Or were we? No, this was the first year that we separated. My first child's father gave me $500 in my hand. I'm not going to ask for instructions on what to spend the money on. He gave me the money for Christmas, just like the meme said. He never said, spend it only on your child. Because my first child's father is the sort of person who, if he's with someone, he takes the woman and the child. So his current partner, he takes care of her child on top of what she receives from the child's father. Because that's just how my first child's father stayed. You see what I'm saying? He's a man of principle. He gave me the money, and basically I can do what I want. And a lot of people said, male and female, that when you get the money, you do as you see fit as a parent, because you're looking out for all the children. You're all a family, and I overs that. What I'm saying, what I'm defending is, if he gives me $500, I'm going to match it. And if I can't match it,
that's personally.
But if I can't match it for that child, and let's say I only have a certain budget, let's say my budget is $600 for Christmas. Because a small segue is my kids get one expensive gift, one so-so gift, one inexpensive gift, one homemade gift. Wow. That is it. I only give them 4 gifts.
4 gifts?
Some people go ham on Christmas. I don't go ham. I want my kids to know that it's about...
and pajamas, yo.
That was old school. But what I'm saying is, like, I don't want my kids to think that it's about the gifts. So I'm not that parent who's going to have the Christmas tree that's overflowing with gifts.
Yeah.
Everybody gets 4 gifts.
Yeah.
4.
No, that's about average. I feel like that's
from me
still.
Right? So if my budget is $600 for Christmas, if the one dad gives me $600, what I'm going to do is spend 3 of his $600 on the one child.
Right.
I will spend the $600 that I have and divide it on my other 2 children.
I get
and
that.
then the remaining $300, I'm gonna buy them one gift that they can share, whether it's a Nintendo Wii or a laptop or a tablet. I'm gonna buy them one nice gift that everybody can enjoy. And if I have money left over, I'm gonna buy food for Christmas.
Here's the thing. I feel like I'm looking at it from, like I said, from my perspective. One of my children has been identified. So I feel like if there is a situation where that one child comes in, and knowing the way my ex is set up, if I say, yo, your child needs this, I'm expecting that that child is supposed to get a little premium on top of whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would hope for.
Right.
And I'm hoping for that because my ex knows the child. Right. You understand? That being said, I feel as though it depends on the relationship dynamic. Yeah. I think a lot of what shaped my perspective is the fact that when I met the person I was married to, my child was barely 2.
Right.
And when I tried to include my child's father in their life, I was told, no, I don't want him in our life. I'm the father now.
Right.
Don't even bring him back in this shit.
Right.
I'm the father. So I feel like the dynamic, I think the context has a lot to do with everything. I feel like the dialogue.
Christmas doesn't change. Every year Christmas is December 25th. I was home with my kids today because my kids were sick. You know what my kids were doing? I'm trying to focus them on arts and crafts. You know what my kids are doing? Oh, mommy, did you see the commercial with Ray Tay Tay? I want this for Christmas.
I've seen that commercial.
It's October, they're getting ready. They mean you have to plant the seed. You have to plant the seed from early.
How can December creep up and I'm not ready for December?
Big time.
Slackness.
I've already started shopping. And you want to know something? Nobody has said to me, yo, at Christmas time, what did them need? And I'm already budgeting for Christmas.
But people are
without that.
That without the $600, there's no Christmas.
No, and that's
what
wrong.
We're taking.
That's where me and you see eye to eye, Lisa, because when nobody has said to me, yo, Christmas time is coming, what's the budget? What are you trying to do? What do the children need? I'm looking at Christmas for myself.
Yeah.
What do my kids need? So anything that comes in, that's a bonus.
Right.
So that's where I see what you're saying. If it comes in, I've already matched that. What I would have wished for upon a star to come in back when the 2 incomes were 1. And like I said, with the child support comment I made the other day, the law says that children don't suffer based on the fact that y'all can't agree. The children are supposed to live the same lifestyle they live when y'all together. I budget as though I was still with that person. If that person comes in, they don't, I still plan for my Christmas as though that was the lifestyle. Because my obligation, because they live with me, is to give them what they would have had if I had stayed with the fuckery. Just because I didn't stay with the fuckery, it's not supposed to mean that them can't get what them did I get. So I match and then have some because I already know who I'm dealing with. But at the end of the day, what I look at is whether or not it comes in, I've had this set aside. That way, if you get it, that's why I said, if you're coming in and you're saying, this is what I'm bringing, if you're not coming with instructions, I can ask for instructions because I know I've already set aside what I'm supposed to set aside.
I'm not asking still because I'm going to get whatever's on my kid, whatever's on my child's hit list, I'm going to get it. And you know what I'm saying?
I wish you were my mom.
I rate that. I rate that.
You know, my children aren't the sort that ask for like, you know, these ridiculous, wild things. And I'm just going to pick the things that I can get off the list. I'm not going to get them everything off the list.
You're going to get what you can.
And there is going to be a Christmas, regardless of whether or not the person gives me money or not. What I'm saying is, people are saying, oh, the money was for the child. If I found out when I was older that my dad gave me X and my mom only spent Y, then I'd be vexed. I would resent my mom. What I'm saying is,
I don't really care.
Why don't you think about the other children? I am not the sort of mother who's gonna have me and my other 2 children sit down and watch while one person is constantly opening gifts. That's foolishness. I'm not messing my children up. I'm not messing my children up to please anybody.
Yeah.
You gave me 6 bills. Thank you for giving me 6 bills. I only have another 6 to contribute. I don't have another 12 to contribute. So I'm going to use your money in the way that I see fit.
Honestly,
where I'm going to contribute where I can contribute, and I'm going to take what you gave that matches what I contributed. So all my children are opening gifts at the same time.
I had one. I don't want to do this tonight.
Yes. If I have money left over, everybody is going to enjoy the money that's left over.
No, it's
true. Everybody.
It's true.
I wish somebody would tell me,
my heart.
If I buy turkey and stuffing, and if I make macaroni pie, it goes up. Okay? I wish you would tell me not to.
As a man, I want everybody to be taken care of.
I hear
you know
that.
What I mean, you want to feel like the provider.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I give the 600, say whole lot, see, and make sure everybody's happy. You know what I mean? Make sure Johnny gets this. Make sure Abigail gets that. You know.
Abigail.
So everybody
we
gets.
have Joe Hoskins. Hold on, I want to play Moose's note. And then we're going to get to Joe because I know Joe has some pep off the way.
So who's that? Moose?
So first we're going to play Moose. I turned the volume down. My bad, King.
Hold on, Moose.
Let me stop this and play it again. 1 second. Let me figure out the technology. I know Joe has some pep off the way. So first we're going to play Moose.
The casino trip. Thank you, and God bless. Good night.
Oh, the casino trip.
Okay.
We'll get to the casino.
1 second. Let me figure out technology. Okay, here we go. Joe, how you doing, Joe? Big up. I thought I pressed it. Sorry.
Okay, so I have a question. If I'm the father of your child, and the child lives with me and my girlfriend, if you give me $600 and say, here, this is for Christmas. If I take that $600, spend $300 on your child and $300 on my girlfriend, would you be pissed?
Yes. Yes. You know why I would be pissed? You know why? It's not a double standard. Because your girlfriend is not your child.
Yeah, that's not.
That is, if you're a man and you want to be Mr. Big Man, where you're minding your woman, mind your woman from your paycheck. You see me? If you're spending the money on children, vulnerable people who can't work and can't take care of themselves without you, we came together to procreate this person. You can spend your money. If you came together with somebody else to procreate, you guess what? Because I respect you and I respect the fact that I came in your womb if I was a man, or because I'm a woman, I respect the fact that you came in me, and this man that I let come in me is another king, and he helped me procreate. We made life together. Yes, never spend your money for my pay today. But don't spend it on your woman. Don't, I will cut you.
So we
Yo, okay.
Yo, everybody has to eat though, man.
Everybody have to eat. If it's groceries and the kids eating from the groceries, that's different. But don't be telling me that you took your girl to nail fuel and got her nails done.
But hold on, no, listen. So
hold
on. You give me the 6 bills now, right?
I say it's for Christmas.
And we hold on. For Christmas,
yes.
We have 3 kids.
Yes.
You give me 600.
Right.
You say buy Johnny this, buy Abigail that, and buy Brian this.
Right.
Right? And that's come out about $450.
Okay. So there's money left over.
So there's money left over.
Yeah.
Now. And I go and say, yo, Ma, you know, $150.
Fuck it.
I can't
don't even think. You see how I said fucker before he finished the sentence?
You gave that to me as a gift.
Listen,
so I have
you see how I said fucker before he finished the sentence? Go buy groceries.
You gave me the $150.
You find yourself at Costco. Go find yourself at Costco. Go buy groceries. When after Christmas break is done, everybody must have granola bars and juice box and Rachel on deck.
That 150 is mine. The 150 is mine.
No, don't try it.
No, the 150
If
is
you're
mine.
not buying groceries or a gift everybody can
I
share.
bought the 3 gifts. He told me to get those 3. I have 150 left. That's my 150.
Don't work your
my
brain.
150.
Mental gymnastics, don't work your brain.
No, that's my 150. I'm gonna say, you know what? I was gonna buy the girl the 150 necklace. I'm gonna buy the 150 necklace.
Yeah, I hear you. Not with my money.
But I'm not gonna
That's
tell
coming
you.
from your budget. Oh, because you know what? If I find out everything that's done in there comes to light, comes to light. Am I lying?
But then we have the concept
On
of
your
offset.
girlfriend.
You gave me 600.
Why would I be mad on your girlfriend?
But you gave me the 600. I have 150 left.
Listen, on your girlfriend.
But then comes the concept of offset. So if you know me, I love to play devil's advocate. What did I rant and rave about? Offset. So the man then will want the child support can only go to food and groceries and diapers, but there's child support that turns on the light. There's child support that starts the car. There's child support that when I turn on the heat, pick the keto, because the heat don't only come on me, the light don't only come on me, hot water doesn't only run for me. So what if he said this is an offset because I put that out of pocket?
Offset would be going towards things like the heat.
All right, so make it go towards the bills. Pay back the bills then.
So
put the money out for your birthday and put it back.
What if we don't get along?
It's
Hold
not
on, who
about
said that?
what.
Someone just said it. Naomi said, what if you don't get along?
Listen, I don't care if
I'm
we
gonna
get
like
along
you.
or not.
I'm gonna spend the money on the girl.
I'm
gonna buy the 150.
But that's malicious.
Here's the thing.
That's malicious. As a mother, I don't understand malicious mothers.
Can I say?
What I'm saying? Me.
Can I say?
don't understand malicious mothers. I don't.
I work full time. I have 3 other streams of income. Okay?
I'm just
Things
on
are
one.
one.
Build. Them I build.
Okay.
But at the same time, what I can say is, if it's Christmas time and I'm buying something for my man, and I know that sale is on for that item, and I have the money today, and I'm gonna buy it today, and child support is coming in the next day, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay my bills first. I don't buy anything until you know what I'm saying? All these extras come after you pay the bills. You pay the bills so that whenever, like I said last week, when we talk about child support offset, if you put out of pocket for the things that cover the general needs that don't just interest you and they interest your children, and you put out of pocket, child support is coming in a day late, it goes towards offsetting those things. I feel like when it comes to like Lisa had said before, you budget for those things anyway. I'm gonna budget for my kids anyway. I have 1 son right now, my oldest, and you know what? I don't get support for him, even though that was adopted. Even though that was, don't run down the father, I'll be daddy. I don't get support, but I'm not running it down. What I'm doing right now is I'm already budgeting for him for Christmas. So if that comes, great. And if it doesn't come, it doesn't come. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to put that out anyways. Mm-hmm. So whatever comes in for the ones that wants to claim, that's just offsetting. So at the end of the day, I feel like it comes down to, as a mother, you know, you have 5x5 or 4x4. You have to work a little harder to make sure that when Christmas comes, they don't feel the difference. Period. I think it comes down to the emotional. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying if he didn't come and say here with no instructions, I wouldn't say, okay. You know what I'm saying? But if something comes with instructions, probably because I know who I'm dealing with, I'd probably say, and because I know that one of his has special needs, I might say, do you want a certain portion to go to that one? Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said context is king.
I hear you about offsetting, but what I'm saying is, like, if I'm with somebody, then Christmas gifts come from both of us.
If you're with somebody.
If I'm with somebody. Yeah. If I'm not with somebody, this is from mommy, this is from daddy.
I hear that.
So offsetting kind of seems like I might do any old thing with the money.
I'm talking about if you have to put out of pocket before it comes in.
I'm still gonna buy gifts with the money that you gave me. And Kamika, you're too wicked. She said that the new girlfriend is somebody's child. I can't deal with circle people sometimes. Lord have mercy.
Kamika, I love Kamika still. She always keeps it real. She's somebody's child, but you didn't push her out.
No, that's like, Listen, man, you're adults. Christmas isn't about adults anyway. Anything you get as an adult, count your blessings. Christmas is supposed to be about family. Okay, let's not even subscribe and attach all these other like religious things to it. Forget all that. For me, it's time for family to spend. So it's not about the gifts, it's not about the money. And I don't want my children to feel different. And all I'm saying is I'm freeing the welfare of the children by making sure that everybody is good,
feeling loved,
that daddy is represented, mommy is represented, and nobody feels like they're lesser than. And it's not a matter of me bawling and being in a position to do it. Whatever my budget was, I would adjust my expectations to my budget. And my children are humble children. They appreciate anything they get.
I just feel like
whether
if I know
it's what they
that
want or they don't want.
I'm not going to make the other kids know he's an asshole.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like right now, there's one of my kids who knows that the ex doesn't really pre him the way he said he would pre him for life.
No, you don't do that.
And I'm
That's
saying,
wrong.
so I'm not
That's
trying to
wrong.
make him feel that way. So if I have to shield him, I'll shield him. I think, you know, I looking at what you're saying, I hear you. The children don't need to know.
They don't.
That there's division.
I have a friend,
children don't need to know.
right? And the father may know him,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
you know he's dog shit. You know he is what it is. But she'll never go to her daughter and be like, "Yo, your father's dog shit."
And that's one thing I don't do. I don't tell my children the things that I know that they'll discover on their own. I don't tell them those things.
My
7-year-old has already started to have a dialogue with me about certain things.
To say, why is daddy like that?
I don't even say boo to my kids when their dad doesn't
say
come
shit.
through.
I just say you need to ask your daddy that question. And
my smaller children, when their dad doesn't come through, I don't say
else.
boo to them. It's a redirection of conversation, or I'm gonna say,
Have
you know,
that
daddy loves
conversation.
you, but he's busy right now.
Right, or you know something, maybe I've asked him already and he just gives me this answer and I'm not happy with the answer. You know something, how many times have you asked mommy something and I couldn't give you the answer what you wanted when you wanted it? And didn't you ask mommy again later and given mommy some time to grow, mommy had a better answer? Yo, I stay protecting my children. It's not even about protecting them, it's about protecting your children at a certain point. Children are no idiot. Because my same child comes to me and says, mommy, I know what you're trying to do, but I'm not buying it and I'm just going to give it time. You understand? And this is a 7-year-old child. Okay? So there's a certain amount of things that I feel like you don't need to tell the children. So I hear you on the whole, the child doesn't need to know, oh, Papa said this much for him and Papa said that much for him. I understand why you're saying that, though still. Like, I feel like I could take something from that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the only reason why I said what I said initially is because I know that one of my children is identified and has certain things that he might need more support with. And I might say, yo, how much of this year I love should I want that?
So in the long run, you get some money, spend it upon everybody, all the kids. Unless,
especially if they picked you up with all that. If they picked you up with all that and said, yo, that's a for me, they can't take back that chat after the
specific
fact.
instructions are given, you're free to do whatever you want.
Christmas time.
Christmas time. Everybody for eat and have presents and smile and laugh, you know. You know how bad it is to be lonely. Yo, if you're lonely on Christmas, yo, give me a DM, come, we talk, you know what I mean? Don't be lonely, man. There's people out there.
Macaroni pie.
Yeah, she got macaroni pie. There's Tasha out there. Tasha Christian got some cakes. Let me get some cake. You know, don't be alone on Christmas, man.
Speaking of wrapping up with the holiday, we're getting into the holidays, and we have this bus trip coming up.
Yes. Bus trip? Oh, okay.
Bus trip, right?
Niagara bus trip. Sorry, people. I know. Please work with us, Lisa.
We are ready. You can send your deposits to the circle
team
at gmail.com.
We're gonna make
small blank.
Yeah.
So you can send your payments for the trip ASAPO. Okay, so it's $30 for a single person. It's $50 for a couple. Folks, don't be cheap. We will know if you're a couple or not when you get there. And believe me, I will page you for your $5 extra if you're not actually a couple. Don't come with your friend and say that you guys are hooked up for the night. Not bother with it. Okay. It's only $30. We can only fit a total of 56 people on the bus.
This is a pilot, y'all. Keep in mind, like, we're gonna get a bigger bus when we
so
know.
it's first come, first serve, right?
Mind you, there are 11 people on the team.
There's not necessarily
10. Just think about it. There's 10 admin. There's 1 moderator. So you really are working with 45 seats.
I say 50.
Well, I'm just saying, for the people then, keep it in mind. You might only have one of 45 seats. You can bring a friend or a family member who's not in the circle.
One.
You can send your payments by EMT. I really don't want to be driving around the city to collect people's cash. So if you want me to work with you on how to figure out EMT, send me a private DM and I will help you figure the thing out, okay? It's $30 for an individual person. It's $50 for a couple. We're planning to leave from Yorkdale at 7 o'clock. We have a pickup scheduled for Square One for 7:45. I think we'll probably be there around 7:30, 7:40-ish, but whatever. We've got plans for 7:45. The bus ton up. We found the best kind of bus. Okay, the bus has a DVD player.
It has Wi-Fi.
TV. It's got Wi-Fi all built into the price. Okay. So you can post from the bus. You can snap from the bus. You can Instagram from the bus. We're not supposed to drink, but we're going to be.
Saying, you don't have to worry about if you turn up before. If you turn up before the bus, you don't have to hop behind the wheel of the bus. You can turn up before the bus and just kick back.
We're going to be circle people about it. Bring your flasks and be cool about it.
I don't want to. Oh no, behave yourself.
Please.
Behave. Yo, listen. I don't want to have to take this and smack nobody outside. You know. Behave yourself. You know.
I might want to see it.
You're representing us. You're representing everybody. You're representing your family. This is the circle fam. Everybody says it. This is the circle fam. You're representing all of us. So conduct yourself accordingly, please.
If you want a t-shirt or a sweater that says the circle, DM Tumpus or Danielle.
So again, DM Lisa for the EMT info. That's the circle team with the ATHA circle team at gmail.com. This is for the Falls View Casino.
Deliver your on November 25th.
Yes.
I'm setting the event up tonight.
Do we have a deadline for when payments need to be rendered?
Payments need to be in by November 15th, the latest.
You were loafed in it.
Yeah, I know.
And here's the thing, though.
There's 2 paychecks in between now and then.
But no, there's only 45 spots.
Right.
And for all the people who are licky and want to say that their cousin is their girlfriend, that really only means that if there's, what, we said 45 spots? There's really 56. Only that, you know what I'm saying? There's really not that many left.
People, it's first come, first serve. As soon as the event goes up, that's when the tickets and stuff will be available.
Yeah.
So if you want to come, get your stuff to Lisa quick.
Yeah, please.
And hopefully, it's going to be a great time. Yeah. If you don't make it, this is just the first one.
Like I said, there's a lot
trying
of stuff going on.
Just please bear with us. This is the first one of many. We're just trying a small thing right now.
We're gonna have so much fun.
Who's not down for some casino in November? Like, you're done looking for some way to get some extra Christmas money.
All the birthdays we have coming up in November, Christmas is coming. You want to flip your money?
Yeah.
Come to the casino.
I hate gambling. I'm bringing $5. That's it. I'm not gambling.
I'm really going for the pimping. I'll be honest. I don't like to lose money. I'm a poor sport when I lose money. I'm going for the parking lot pimping. If anybody is going to be in the parking lot, tell me which one you prefer, Yorkdale or Square One. And my trunk will be open.
Turn up.
I will have blue paper cups. We're going to turn up. Y'all know what else is good?
Because listen,
you bring yours, I'll bring mine.
You would spend more than that in gas if you were going by yourself. So why not just put that in the tank and turn up and have a good time
with your circle family?
So, and I mean,
there'll be no drinking and driving that way. You don't have to worry about getting a ticket on the way home. Oh, we're not leaving Falls View until 2 o'clock in the morning.
So if niggeritis catch you after you fill up your gut and you can't sit behind the wheel, for the next hour and a half.
Oh, also, if you don't make it on the bus, you're feel free to drive down and meet us there.
Feel free to meet us there.
I mean, it's not like if you don't make the bus, you can still come. We want everybody to come. You know what I mean? So if you have 56 on the bus, we want the rest of the 3,000 on for come
down.
Just
come, reach, reach,
everybody.
Turn up on your birthday.
Are there any other housekeeping things we need to tidy up before we need to go?
We wanted to touch on like the DM to the to the admins especially. Just, you know,
stick up in Malika.
Malika, have some. Hold on. You have to hide on. What you gonna say now? You have to screen it first.
Oh, do I need to screen your message? Hold
on, screen the message first.
Yeah.
Can I bring somebody else into that or no?
Can you bring somebody? Why are you so pissed
off?
Hold on, I'm gonna play it again.
Whoa.
So, can I bring somebody else into that or no? Let's be honest with me here.
She wanna bring somebody.
She wants to bring somebody else. Bring him. Yo.
Bring him.
Bring whoever you want to bring, yo.
We are not responsible.
We're not
anything that happens from that.
Hey,
bring him.
Try driving put a different bus here.
Bring him. That's okay. So that's the Circle bus trip, November 25th.
Then,
you know what I'm saying?
what's the cutoff date?
November 15th. We're gonna do an
After
event
November
page.
15th,
you send your money. DM Lisa when you have the money ready. When I get the event page, that's when you send the money. Don't try to send the money now. Wait till the event goes up.
No, send it. I'm doing the event tonight.
Okay. So send it by tonight. You'll be able to send the money to the funds. And listen, please don't be ignorant. This is not them I want to make big money, and we don't want to make no money, man. It's not about money. Really. This is about the community. This is to build the fun. Love everybody.
We're getting into winter time, man. Yeah. Like this is the time when we're gonna have to really make an effort to stay close and see each other.
Yes,
because more time people don't even see each other when they're shoveling their driveway, guy. They're over here. And this is their hat, and this is them, and they're not even seeing them.
Don't come here with that attitude.
So really and truly, at the end of the day, you know how they say summer bodies are built in the winter? Anything that we want to really be able to do coming up in March is coming up on our 1-year anniversary. Before March reach, we just try to enrich the relationships. We've seen so many people. One thing I will have to say, the people who have a lot of shit to say about issues they have, they may not reach the inbox, but the people who have a lot of thanks to give reach the inbox. And this group has brought so many people together. So many people have said, yo, thank you. So that being said, we're trying to keep that momentum going, keep impacting lives and reaching others. So that's what this is about. Bonding over the winter.
Pay your money first.
Wow.
Someone said there shouldn't be outsiders allowed with the limited seats.
Listen to what I'm saying.
If the person's a partner, that's why we said if it's a couple.
If it's a partner.
This is why we stressed. If you can't just
but
bring
in the
but we've already told people they can bring their friends and family. And you know what? I love everybody, but this is our first event. So let's be honest, how many events we've had that Circle people said they're coming and don't come.
Okay.
So if somebody wants to bring their sister, cousin, boyfriend, friend who's not yet in the Circle, but they want to feel out the Circle people and see how Circle people want, come, reach. That's what I say. That's me personally.
I hear that. And that being said, I feel like the person has to be able to vouch for the person. We're all going to
absolutely. You know, we're going to screen everybody who's coming.
Okay.
We're not just saying yes to everybody.
All right.
So what do we have then now for those people that are bringing someone and saying I'm a couple? Are you sending in who you're a couple with?
Hold on, I had a song from Malika. Have you heard this Spice song? But you want to bring someone in, man. Every time we see you, make it up, it a beat like a drum, can be ready for the wine. Me wish your body could have seen a me pocket. I've been need a chain to pass like
Yo, Malika, left the people man them alone. No, you can't bring him. I'm vexed now. You can't bring him. You can't bring him. Left him alone.
Well, she can't borrow the man and bring him.
She can't borrow him for the night. No.
Chaman.
Leave him.
Chaman. That's what the thing said.
No.
That number.
We have a voice note real quick.
Oh, another one?
Oh, my God.
Alicia, yeah. Alicia?
Okay.
No.
This is something different. I will talk to you and I want to way, Alicia.
Okay.
You're here, Tony.
Sorry.
All right. Are we done?
Yeah, we gone over time. Oh my God, thank you guys.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? This is the Circle. Talk the Things. We're definitely talking the Things today.
9. Yeah, double digits next week. Should we do something special for double digits next week?
It'd be nice.
Should we have something unique for the people?
It'd be nice.
A giveaway.
It'd be nice.
You find under our sleeves.
Because also it's the end of the month, so hey, get your engagement up. Yo, take Cassandra off it, yo.
Yo, Cassandra, run it at
Jamal's trying a thing. He's trying to be most engaged.
I see young boy.
Young boy's trying to be most engaged.
They want their LCBO card, but yeah, listen. So maybe
Why is my head so lopsided?
You're good.
You're good.
So next week, if you want your song to be featured at the beginning of the show or at the end of the show,
send in your music.
Please send in your music. The team's gonna listen to your music, and we're gonna feature 2 songs every week going forward. Oh, yeah. We love the circle people. We love your music. This week we featured Don Baba Escobar's song "Reminisce." Big up the song, Bad It, Bad It, Bad. If you're not friends with him, I'll play it. If you're not friends with him. Friend request.
You know what? Before the outro, Tumpus has a special message for sure. People.
For sure.
On our 10th episode, he has something so exciting for you guys. He's got something so interesting. This is all about the fun and the unity and just making it something that allows you to benefit and everybody to benefit, because we're all about the community love. And so stay tuned for more. There is something coming down the pipe from your man, Tumpus Beeps, on our 10th episode.
10th episode. So make sure you tune in.
Tune in for that. We'll get more out of him this week, and we'll just update you as we go along.
Yeah. All right. So thank you, everybody. You know what I mean? We're gonna leave you off with Don Escobar, but thank you. You know, Big J here. TK,
what up?
Lisa Thompson. You know what I'm saying? This is the circle. We love you guys.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to DM us with any concerns you have. Y'all, we're here for you. You can't stress that. Now, like every week, we love you. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah. Come on,
There's no pizza this week.
Gotta be strong forever in our memories, gotta keep going. As I sit here reminiscing, and all these ghetto children, that makes me wanna earn $1 million, cause I done seen better days. Remember when I was hustling on the front page, pretty much babysitting at the same time. Used to play ball and even ride your bike. Wanted to be like the older heads, so caring and innocent. The smaller kids who used to chill and watch over there. It's been over half a year, your family missing back, make me wanna cry a tear. Although there's so much pain, do the struggle, King Pops, you gotta know that the whole we love you. This is for the soldiers that we lost, and the ones that gave their life away. We done seen the darkest times, but there's a brighter day. Gotta hold on, just gotta be strong forever in our memories, gotta keep going. This is for the soldiers that we lost, and the ones that gave their life away. We done seen the darkest times, but there's a brighter day. Gotta hold on, just gotta be strong forever in our memories, gotta keep going. Sometimes I wish, but I stopped wishing and I just reminisce. You were such a good big brother. I knew when my kids got older, you would have been their big brother.